I guess to get us started, in the one hole, Vitruvian Man, trained by Doug O'Neill, ridden by Fresu Antonio, 30-1. Matt, you're our guest. You start us off.
I feel like we talked a lot about California horses and Baffert and all that. This horse finished third in the Santa Anita Derby, 9.5 lengths behind two horses that were non-factors in the Kentucky Derby. So props for you for running in the Belmont, but people are going to forget your name once they get out of the gate. So complete toss. Throw them in the bay. Throw them in the harbor. Out.
Yeah, I 100% agree with Matt. Like Matt mentioned, his last race, he finished third in the Santa Anita Derby on April 4th. I mean, and that was behind So Happy and Potente, who finished 9th and 12th in the Derby. So horses that didn't even compete in the Derby, basically. Only his second race as a 3-year-old. I don't think he's run the distance of a mile and a quarter. Usually he's a mile and a 16th, mile and an eighth horse. He's 1 for 6 in his career, and his speed figures are 15 points below the top contenders in this race. He's a dumpster fire. Get him out.
But will he take some money because of his new ownership group?
Who's that?
Run Fast Racing, who just bought
Oh,
the horse, is a big reason why he's in this race. A
okay.
partnership that includes rappers Lil Yachty, Lil Wayne.
God,
So there's
no.
a chance that he could take some money, which I think is a good thing because, like you said, this horse has ran once this year, lost by almost 10 lengths to two horses that didn't do a lot in the Derby. It's a toss, but let's hope that people find out who's involved in the ownership group and starts putting some money into.
Little Wayne and Little Yachty have no idea what direction the horses are running. Like, there's no way that these guys should be. They're just doing it just to get a cash grab, and this horse ain't gonna do it for him because this horse sucks.
Well, and seriously, like it's a big reason why this horse is in this race, just because just got bought.
I guess.
He's eligible, might as well try it. But I think this horse probably has the smallest chance in the field.
I would agree.
We move to the 2 Power Shift, trained by Todd Fletcher, ridden by Luis Saez. Morning line was 12-1. Neil, you've got your color coded sheet.
Got it
What's
right
your
here.
color coded sheet telling us?
He is. This one is not a complete toss. I still think it's a toss, but it's not a complete toss. I mean, great trainer in Todd Pletcher, 12-1 odds. He broke his maiden on the undercard of Kentucky Derby, at Churchill in a race that was a mile and a 16th. He hasn't run much. He's only 3 career starts, all as a 3-year-old, so never raced as a 2-year-old. In his debut race, he finished second to Emerging Market at Tampa Bay Downs, and Emerging Market is in this race, so he's competed against some quality horses. He did finish 6th in the Tampa Bay Derby, so that's not great. But you know, he's gonna be the pace setter. I mean, we talked about this before we got on here. There's not a lot of pace setters in this race, and he might be the only one that I know of. So he's gonna be the primary pace setter. He's gonna get out quick. And maybe it bodes well for him that nobody's probably going to. I mean, there might be one horse that's going to push him, so it could bode well for him. Mike Rapoli is the owner. He knows what he's doing. Pletcher's the trainer, looking for his 5th Belmont win. And in the Saez Pletcher combo, they won the 2022 Belmont with Mo Donegal, so they've been together before. They know what they're doing. Not a complete toss, but I don't see it happening.
So are you putting him in your Tri Supers?
No, I'm still tossing him, but it's a borderline toss. It's a borderline toss.
Yeah, I'm going to toss him, but I'm kind of on the same length as Neil. He's going to set the pace, and if it's slow enough, he could hang around until the end. But I also think that since he's owned by Rapoli Stables, are they going to basically use him as a rabbit and fire him out there to try and get a fast pace to set up for Renegade?
Renegade.
That's the thing you got to keep an eye out. if he tries to fire out, there's no chance he's going to finish in the top 3, top 4. But if he just runs his normal pace, he could hang on enough at the end. But I think his part in this race is to set up for Renegade. But he is a toss for me.
So we've talked already about how this race has just no pace whatsoever. And I think this is the horse by default that's going to be out front. And you all have already kind of talked about that a little. He was just over 3-1 in the Tampa Derby. So this horse has been bet. It has some talent. Like, it worries me, even if you're using him as a rabbit, could he just hang on and maybe not win, but finish in the money? And I don't think the pace is going to collapse like it did in the Derby. It's not going to happen. So I don't think I can leave this horse out completely. I think I have to include him in my tries and supers. Do I think he's going to hang on and win? No, because I just think there's better horses in this race.
That's
But
what I was going to
I
say.
think he could hang on for third or fourth.
I think there's just too many other good horses in this race, and at the 1.25 miles, a lot of these horses are closers or stalkers that will eventually overtake him. I think just the quality of horse in this race is just better than I think he is, and that's why I think I'm tossing him.
But like I said, he was just over 3-1 in the Tampa Derby. So
And
like
and what did he finish in Tampa Derby?
he
He
w-
finished sixth.
finished sixth by a lot of lengths.
Sixth. So I'm
Uh,
tossing.
but his number is going to be pretty bettable because I think the one is going to get bet because of his ownership group. I think the Derby winner is going to get bet because he won the Derby.
I mean, I
So
think this horse will get bet. I think this horse will get bet because of Todd Pletcher and because of Mike Rapoli.
and look, if he gets down to where he's what I said 12-1. If he gets down to where he's closer to 6, 7, 8, then no. But at 12 or 15, then I think you take a shot.
He's worth a sprinkle. He's worth a sprinkle.
Yeah. Have
The
him in like
three,
the third spot of the
do
try.
what?
Have him in like my third spot of the try, just to have
Yeah.
him there.
The 3, Chief Wallaby, trained by Belmont, ridden by Junior Alvarado, 3-1 on the morning line. Matt, we'll let you go on this one.
I mean, you guys know I'm a big Chief Wallaby guy. He was
Your
my
guy.
horse heading into the Derby,
Your
and if
guy.
it wasn't for Oselli, we could be talking about something different here. The only thing that worries me right now is the price. Like, is he a good enough horse? Absolutely, but is he so much better than Commandment? Like right now, obviously the odds are stagnant, like they're not set yet. No one's betting on it. But you're telling me Chief Wallaby at 3-1 or Commandment at 6-1? I think there's some value on Commandment.
Correct.
But Wallaby obviously was in the mix at the Derby, got stuck in the middle, was part of that bump with Oselli, but he recovered well. You know, if that race was going on a couple more furlongs, he probably would have caught up to a couple of horses there. But I love Wallaby. He's going to be in the mix. He's definitely a win contender for me.
Yeah, I would agree with Matt. I think he's definitely a win contender. I have him in my top 2 win contenders in this race. I mean, as we mentioned, he finished 4th in the Derby. He was 3 lengths behind Golden Tempo, but it really wasn't his fault. Like, his closing trip in the Derby, he got knocked off because of Oselli just screwed everything up, knocked him and Commandment and just kind of knocked everything around in there. So he didn't really have a clean trip down the stretch like he could have had. And if he did, he probably may have won that because he was right there. He and Commandment, who was my other win choice, they've gone head to head twice, and it's been close both times. Like Chief Wallaby's finished. He finished a half a length in the Florida Derby behind Commandment and the Puma. He finished second by a neck in the Fountain of Youth to Commandment. He did run with blinkers in the Derby for the first time, and I think it may have helped because I think he ran a really good race, except for that where he just kind of got screwed at the end. So I do have him. I think the smaller field, obviously the smaller field is going to be to his advantage to where he's not going to get knocked around, I think, down the stretch like he did in the Derby with that many horses. So the smaller field is going to help him. And give me the Junior Alvarado Bill Mott combo. They won last year with the Sovereignty, so why not again? So give me Chief Wallaby as a win contender.
Yeah, and Belmont also won the Belmont in 2010 with Drosselmeyer, so he's proven that he knows how to win this race. Obviously, it's on a different track, but like you said, he won last year at Saratoga. My Chief Wallaby, like my thing going into the Derby was the blinkers. That was the negative. Like, don't add equipment before a big race, right? And I still don't know if it's a positive or a negative.
I
Like
don't
there was a hole that he could have got through potentially in the Derby, and he didn't take it. And I don't know if that was Alvarado. I don't know if that was the horse just not wanting to do it.
You think the horse didn't see it? He couldn't see it because he was
I
blind?
mean, it's no, maybe he just doesn't want to go through it. I mean, some horses just don't want to go through smaller gaps like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, he, you took my point. Like he's lost to Commandment twice already. The fact that he's 3-1, Commandment 6-1. Matt, you had talked about that. Like that is the thing that stuck out to me the most on these odds is the fact that he's 3-1 and Commandment 6-1, and he's lost to him twice. I didn't bet this horse in the Derby. He hasn't won a stakes race. Like y'all take 3-1.
I
I
mean, it, I don't agree with him being that far ahead of Commandment because of the head to head, but both head to heads have been very, very close. And I think the odds differences are coming in because Commandment finished, what, sixth or seventh? He finished seventh, seventh in Derby, and Chief Wallaby finished fourth. So it's more of bettors are looking at what did you do for me lately, and they looked at the Derby, and it's like, oh, he finished fourth in Derby. Commandment finished seventh in the Derby. This horse has to be better, and they're not even looking at the races before that. So that's where your discrepancy is coming in. But both head to heads have been really, really damn close.
They have, but he's lost both times, and
He
this
has.
isn't a 20-horse field where
I
they're all
know.
going to get
I
bunched
that's what,
around.
as I
So
said, I don't agree with the how far apart they are, but that's why is because bettors are looking at what did you do for me in your last race, and they're looking at he finished fourth in the biggest race of the year, and this guy finished seventh.
And he's right next to Power Shift. And if Power Shift is going to be the pace, it's a perfect stalking trip. Just get right on him, follow him around. He's going to have the best run to stalk the early pace compared to Commandment and others on the outside.
Yes.
in the 4-0, we have Renegade, trained by, once again, Todd Pletcher, ridden by Irad, 2-1 favorite on the morning line. Neil, you take this one.
Yeah, I don't agree that he should be the favorite at 2-1. I think 2-1 is way too low. He had a great trip in the Derby. He basically the same kind of trip Golden Tempo had. They both came from off the pace. He's a closer just as Golden Tempo was. He just got outrun down the stretch. He had a clean trip. There was no trouble for him in the Derby. There's no excuse for him of why he couldn't have run Golden Tempo, and he just didn't do it. Um, the one thing that we thought was a negative in the Derby was he was coming from the rail. He was the one horse, but as a closer, to me, that didn't really affect him. So I don't have any excuses for why he didn't win the Derby. He just got outrun. He has shown that he can win big races. He won the Arkansas Derby by 4 lengths. Um, 2-1's a little too low. I think he should be in the top 3 in odds, but he's to me, he's not a win contender. I'm gonna put him in my try super.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Neil. He is in my try and super because I respect the horse enough. I just don't think he's going to get the trip that he needs. Now, between him and Tempo, he's going to have the better chance of the two because I think it's the better horse. And he's also gone in races where the pace hasn't completely fallen apart. But in the last 20 Belmont winners, 15 of them have been within 4 lengths of the lead in the first half mile. I don't think Renegade's going to be there. I know there's not a lot of speed. I don't think he's going to be that close. And closers just don't seem to do well in the Belmont. I know more of that 20 was at 1.5 miles compared to what it is now, but you need to be close. And I don't think Renegade's going to be close enough to make a run to win it. So he's in my exotic category.
Yeah, I mean, automatically we compare this horse to Golden Tempo because they finished the Derby so close. And if you ask me who the better horse is, Renegade is the better horse of those two.
100%. Yeah.
Started from the rail, and then on the turn was wider than anybody. Was wider than anybody on the turn, and still just got beat at the wire. This horse shows up every single time. It's got Irad on it, who's a 2-time Belmont Stakes winner with creator in Mo Donegal. But at 2-1, I'm not betting this horse to win. Like he's not as pace reliant as Golden Tempo. He can win even when it's just the pace doesn't completely break down, but he still needs a pretty good trip, I think, to win this race. And at 2-1, I'm not willing to bet him to win, but I think he definitely will finish in the top 3, 4.
I agree. Yep.
In 5-0, Otino, trained by Chad Brown, ridden by Dylan Davis. This horse is a 20-1 morning line. Matt, does this horse have a chance?
No. Just gonna say no. I mean, finished second in the Bluegrass Stakes, but that was basically 13 lengths behind Further Ado. He was basically in Louisville as Further Ado was finishing that race. No, I'm glad he's in the field, because if he wasn't, we'd have an A horse field. So props for you for running, but just a toss for me. Not going to factor in whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I agree with Matt. He's a toss horse. I mean, I like Chad Brown. He's an experienced trainer. He's won some big races. He's got a third of the field here. He's got 3 out of the 9 horses. I think this is definitely his worst of the 3. He finished a distant second in his last race in the Bluegrass Stakes, the Further Ado. He had enough points to qualify for the Derby if he wanted to run, but they decided to skip it because I think that they knew this horse had basically no chance. He's a closer horse, but there's a lot of closer horses in this race that we just talked about with Renegade, and we still have, the Golden Tempo who won the Derby, so he's not going to be able to outclose them. He's well rested. He hadn't run in 2 months, so maybe that's a plus for him. Like, these other horses have run, but I think a month off for a horse is enough. So no chance for him. The only positive for him is he was sired by 2017 Horse of the Year and Breeder Cup winner Gun Runner. So he has a little pedigree to him, but 1 win in 4 career starts as a closer with other closers in this race. No chance. Put him in the dumpster. Trash.
Yeah, I mean, all these horses have moms and dads that have won races. Right.
Gun Runner's impressive, though.
Yeah. Last 3 races have all been a mile and 1/8. So he hasn't gone a mile and a quarter yet, but not a lot of horses are going 3 races in a row at a mile and 1/8. So he clearly wants to go the distance, but lost by 11 lengths the last 2 races, including just a $200,000 race in Aqueduct. His own win was a maiden $85,000. Coming off the pace, there's too many horses that are coming off the pace. There's not going to be a fast pace. This horse is a toss for me. The 6th is Growth Equity, trained by another Chad Brown, ridden by Manny Franco. 12-1 on the morning line. Neil, what you got?
This is the biggest mystery of this race to me. He's 12-1. Another Chad Brown horse, as I just talked about. He's got a third of the damn horses in the race, so he's 33% chance for Chad Brown to win. But this horse, he's not faced any of the other horses in this field before, so he's unknown against this competition. He has won his last 2 races, both in New York. He won his maiden race by 4 1/4 lengths in March on a 1-mile race at Aqueduct. He won the 1.125 Peter Pan Stakes, which is an actual pretty damn good race, back on May 8th at Aqueduct. And when you look at other Peter Pan horses that have won that race to go into the Belmont, I mean, it has a decent results. So what we have here, Tonalist in 2015 and Archangelo in 2023, both won the Peter Pan and came on to win the Belmont. He is sired by Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist, so he does have some pedigree to him. His speed figures have keep going up and up and up. And in a race like this, when there's not a huge pace setter, I mean, as we said, the 2 horse was that Power Shift is probably going to be the early pace setter. He's going to be right there with him. He's going to be aggressive early. He's going to push that. And if it's not a fast pace, this horse can stay there. I think this is to his advantage that there's not a lot of pace setters. So he's an unknown. I put him in my try like I said, my try, exacta.
I think I agree that he's kind of the wild card in this, but he's very similar to me as Taj Mahal was in the Preakness. The local prep, I've run in New York. I know the area. Like everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, maybe this horse can do it. I'm tossing him. The only thing that he's got going for him, in my opinion, is he is a stalker, and in a race that doesn't have a lot of pace, he could hang around. I'm just gonna go with the fact that his races prior to this haven't been against as established as fields as this. Now, if he ran in the Preakness, he'd have a better chance because that field was a lot lower than this one. I just think there's too many good horses in this race, and there's enough stalkers there that will be running the same thing that he wants to run, and they're just better horses. So he's a toss for me, but intriguing toss, if that's a category.
He is intriguing because he continues to improve, and he continues to improve as he extends his distance. He's gone from 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs to a mile and eighth, and his speed figures have improved the entire way. But I agree 100% with Matt's Taj Mahal analogy, and I am not falling for that again. This horse does not have the class of some of these other horses. It's lone stakes races at graded 3, Peter Pan. Prior to that, he had ran an $80,000 maiden, $84,000 maiden, and a $100,000 maiden. And you can't include everybody. I don't think he's going to get the lead. I think the 2 is going to get the lead. And because of that, he's a toss for me.
Why you hate on the Peter Pan?
Not hating on the Peter Pan.
You
That's
hate
the
Peter
only
Pan?
race of class that this horse has even participated in.
You hate the Peter Pan.
He got burned by Taj Mahal, and he's letting him.
Oh, I did too. I got a little burnt by him too.
Yes, and I would have won some money that day if I wouldn't have got burned by Taj Mahal. So, learning my lesson here, and it will probably burn me as this horse gets the lead and wires the field. We move on to the 7, Commandment, trained by Brad Cox, ridden by Johnny V. Morning line of 6-1, which I think is intriguing. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm intrigued too because the last time we've done our previews, the early wagering for the races has opened. It obviously has not yet for this race. I think Commandment's going to get pretty bet down to get started because I know people are going to, like Neil said, what have you done for me lately? Wallaby looked better in the Derby than Commandment did. They both got bumped by Ocelli. So Wallaby just responded better. But I mean, Commandment's a damn good horse. And if you can get it at 6-1, I'd sign me up all day. He is
Oh.
definitely a win contender for me. Obviously, probably the most accomplished horse in the prep career from, the start to now. Him and Renegade, I'd argue, in this race probably have the best, best stats in their prep career. It's going to be there. It's a stalker. It's going to have a chance. I mean, I think it's up there for me as a win contender for sure.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely agree with Matt here. 100% a win contender. He, I think the 6-1 odds, as we mentioned, is a bit, what did you do for me lately? When he finished 7th in the Kentucky Derby, and he was, almost 6 lengths behind, Golden Tempo, but it it wasn't his fault. Like I said, like Ocelli just kind of screwed everything up for a lot of good horses down that stretch, and so with Ocelli out in a 9-horse field instead of a 20-horse field, I think is definitely to his benefit. So if you can get him at that 6-1 price, that is absolutely fantastic. I'd bet him all day. Hopefully it goes higher. I'm just worried that the cause are probably going to come in and he goes off at 6-1 and all of a sudden he crosses it first and he's 2-1. He had won 4 races in a row prior to the Derby, including the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby over Chief Wallaby, who's also in this race. He does have another new jockey on him, in John Velasquez. His previous jockeys were Flavian Pratt, who had won on him, and Irad Ortiz, who won on him. And Luis Saez rode him in the Derby, who probably screwed that up and why he's not on him again. But Velasquez is a Hall of Fame jockey. He's looking for his 3rd Belmont win. I think Commandment is probably one of the top 2 horses in this race, and if you can get him at 6-1, hammer it all day.
Before Nick goes, Naira, is actually fighting back against the cause.
Okay.
They're locked out. I think they're locked out a couple minutes before post.
Perfect.
So
So
I
make your
should have.
so make your bets a minute to post, 2 minutes to post.
Yeah. Yeah, wait until the calls get locked out 2 minutes before, and then you'll see who they think's gonna win. But no, I read an article, I should have had it up, I forgot about it.
All
But
right.
Naira right now, they lock them out of the win pool, they lock them out of exactas.
Good.
They give you a decent fair shake where they're not betting up until the gates open or even after the gates open.
Good. As they should.
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
You're good. So obviously ran 7th in the Derby. I think Brad Cox was generally pretty happy with the way this horse ran, despite all the trouble that he dealt with, and I think Brad Cox is excited that this horse is being overlooked a little bit. Like both of y'all said, he came into the Derby with 4 straight wins. I mean, he's the class of. I mean, it's why I bet this horse to win in the Derby, and you see him go off at 6-1. Now, my one concern is, like, this is 4th jockey in 4 tries, and it's 5th jockey in 7 tries. So that is a concern. But you're picking up Johnny V. You get this horse at 6-1, I am running to the window.
Hammer.
And this is a win contender. And Johnny V, I mean, dude, Hall of Famer, rode rags and riches to a Belmont Stakes win, won above Union Rags. So, I mean, it's odd that a horse that has this much class is getting a 4th jockey in 4 tries, because you don't see that very often.
Makes no
But
sense.
it's because they all have other horses. They all just went other places.
This horse is better than some of those other horses. Especially the next one we're about to talk about, Emerging Market. We'll talk about him, but this horse is better than that.
Well, let's go to that.
Let's go.
The 8, Emerging Market, trained by Chad Brown, ridden by Flavian Pratt, 6-1, same line as Commandment. What you got, Neil?
Makes no sense why these horses are not equal. And I don't know why Flavian Pratt is choosing Emerging Market over Commandment, because I think Commandment's a better horse. Emerging Market finished 10th in the Kentucky Derby in a trip where he had no excuse. He didn't have any trouble. He just didn't want to run. Like, he just didn't want to do what Flavian Pratt wanted him to do. Didn't run into any trouble. Finished his 10th. It's only his 4th start, and he was the sexy pick. The sexy underdog pick, I should say, in the Kentucky Derby. He was the unknown. He'd only run 3 races. He had won both of his career starts before the Derby, so everybody's jumping on him. Won that Louisiana Derby over Golden Tempo, who won the Derby. But this horse didn't have anything in the Derby. Like, he was just dead. So, I don't know. He defeated Power Shift in his first career race at Tampa Bay Downs, and Power Shift is also in this race. He had good speed numbers leading into the Derby, but I'm off him because of the Derby. I'm tossing him because that Derby just turned me off.
I am still drinking the Emerging Market Kool-Aid.
Oh.
My big negative is like what Neil said. He had the perfect trip for the Derby. He was right off of the lead, coming around the end. There was a hole for him. Flavian wanted him to go, and he did not go. So I'm probably going to be throwing away money, but I actually have him as a win contender here.
Oh.
I have him in my win contenders because our friends over at America's Best Racing put together an article and said there are 7 key historical trends to look at the Belmont, and Emerging Market matched 6 of the 7, the only horse to do so. So,
what was the one he didn't match? He sucked in his last race?
No, he's not. The only one he didn't was that he was not a Todd Pletcher horse.
Oh, okay.
That was it. But it was within 4 lengths of the lead. Didn't last race in the Derby, skipped the Preakness, won't be the favorite, won a stakes race, and then has been a winner of a sire of a horse that's won at a mile and a quarter, which again doesn't really matter in this because it's not as. But I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm gonna put him in there because I'm gonna be pissed if he figures it out, and if he decides he doesn't want to run again, then that's fine by me. But he is my 3rd win contender. I have him up there.
There's talks that this horse broke too well in the Derby and got him out front more than probably he wanted to be and had to exert too much energy to kind of maintain that spot
Then
in the
slow him
field.
up. Slow him up.
And like it took its toll on him. There's no doubt. But Pratt also said after the race that this horse lost a shoe in that race, which I think you need to take in account. This horse has talent. And there's like it wasn't just like people that don't know what they're doing betting on this horse to get him to 8-1 in the Derby. People, I really feel like people thought that this horse was going to surprise people. So I think you have to include this horse as a win contender in the Belmont. I'm with Matt.
As a win contender, not just a try, a win contender.
I
You
do.
think he's equal to Commandment at 6-1?
I do not. But you didn't ask me my talk pick.
I
So
didn't say that,
we're
but
not there yet. But
they're
no.
the same odds. I was just wondering at the same odds if you think they're equal.
I think Commandment will likely go off closer to 4-1, and I think this horse will go off around 6 to 7-1. Now we'll see what happens, but the final horse of the field, your Derby winner, Golden Tempo. Do y'all want to say the trainer's name so I don't screw it up?
Cherie,
Cherie DeVoe, ridden by Jose Ortiz.
not cherries.
9-2. I didn't screw it up. Y'all are just idiots. 9-2 on the morning line. Mac, wrap us up.
I unfortunately I'm tossing the Derby winner. It again, great horse, great story. It doesn't have the pace. It doesn't set up well for Tempo. Tempo needs the pace to fall apart, whereas Renegade doesn't necessarily need to, and this race will not have a pace fall apart. Tempo will be closer than it was in the Derby. It won't be as far off. I just don't think there's going to be enough of a pace breakdown for it to make a difference. I will say Tempo doesn't finish in the top 4. Bring that to the bank right now.
Yeah, nope. I'm agreeing with Matt. I don't think he finishes the top 4 either. I am tossing Golden Tempo. He had a fluke. I mean, it was a hell of a run he did in the Kentucky Derby, but I think it was a fluke. He was a 23-1 long shot in the Derby for a reason. Nobody believed in him. There's no reason that anybody should have believed in him. Finished 3rd to emerging market in Louisiana Derby, an emerging market we just talked about. And he also finished 3rd in the Risen Star Stakes before that. I mean, the outside post in number 9, I mean, there's only 9 horses, so it's not that big a deal. He's going to come from behind the pace anyway, so don't worry about him being the outside the outside post. But I think he just had a perfect trip because others got into trouble because of Ocelli, again, just screwed everything up. I think there's way better horses in this race that aren't going to falter down the stretch. I'm with Matt. He's not finishing in the top 4.
But the fact that you're tossing this horse and you're not tossing Growth Equity is insane. Just let me say that.
Why? Growth Equity is going to be way out. He's going to be up front.
First off,
The
do I
Golden
think
Tempo is going to come from 30 lengths behind, and
Do I
Growth
think-
Equity is going to come from 4 lengths behind. So, yes, I
Golden
think Growth
Tempo-
Equity has a better chance of winning than Golden Tempo.
had a perfect trip in the Derby, there's no doubt. But to come on here and say that this horse is not that good, I mean, this horse has been pretty consistent.
How
It
are you
ran 100
talking about?
It ran 100 speed figure in the Louisiana Derby and lost by a length. It didn't get blown out by Emerging Market. He lost by 1 length.
And I don't think Emerging Market sucks. I threw Emerging Market out. He was a 23-1 long shot in the Derby. He wasn't like he was like a favorite. This Golden Tempo had a fluke trip in the Derby. This horse does not belong. He does not belong. He's
I'm
like,
not saying you have to have this horse as a win contender. I'm saying if you're including Growth Equity, I feel like you need to include Golden Tempo because Golden Tempo is a better horse than Growth Equity. And
how do you know?
been in
He's
4
never gone
stake
head to head
races
against it.
and
Growth
finished
Equity, he's never
better than
gone head
third
to
in
Growth
every
Equity
single one
hasn't
of them.
faced any of the horses in this race. He's not faced any of the horses in this race. So how do you know he's a better horse? How do you know?
He's won the Peter Pan, and all those other races are maiden races. Their class is not even comparable.
What has Golden Tempo done?
finished in third or better.
Third,
in
he
fourth.
finished third, Nick. He finished third. He finished third. He finished third. What did Growth Equity do? He won a race. He actually won a damn race.
So yeah, Golden Tempo's won a grade one.
In a
and he's won
20-horse
grade
race when
3.
all the other good horses got knocked around by some crap horse named Oselli. Some schmuck named Oselli screwed the whole damn thing up.
All right, before we get off the rails, God, are you okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, I can't wait to
Golden
hear the story from the
Golden
people.
Tempo has been consistent. Has he been great? No, but he's been a consistent horse. Will he get the setup that he got in the Derby? Absolutely not. And I think because he's a Derby horse, he's going to get bet down, which is just, it happens every single year.
Go ahead and bet him at
And
9-2, Nick. See how much money you make on that.
I'm not touching this horse at 9-2, and it will be a toss. But like, I think we're going too far by saying this horse sucks. I don't think this horse sucks. He's 3 for 5 lifetime, and his other 2 starts are a third place finish. He's been in 4 graded stakes. He won the damn Derby. Like, this horse deserves some credit. We can't just push it aside like it's some horse that we're getting ready to turn into glue. Like, no, this horse is a good horse.
He's like the
It's just not
Monarchos
in the
of
top
our
4.
generation.
He's not the Monarchos.
He's like the Mind That Bird of this generation.
He's definitely not Mind That Bird. I don't think Mind That Bird ever won another race. Like, this horse is going to win another race.
Do you know that?
He might not race after this. He's just going to go stud.
Yeah.
Well, if he goes, I do think this horse will win another race.
You know what? I'm going to say it's as long as it has a couple more races after this, Golden Tempo's not winning another one.
Ever.
Nope.
Even if he races a 4-year-old.
Correct.
I don't think he wins. I agree with Matt. I don't think he wins another race.
Okay, this is we got to do a bet on this one.
Yep. June 2nd, 2026.
Unless he races against some crap like
You said ever again.
Red Mile. He's going to race the Red Mile in Lexington or some nonsense.
You said
It
ever
will
again.
never. Okay, all right. I'll revise it.
The
It will never
Horseshoe in
win.
Indiana.
It will never win a stakes race again.
That's fair, because I don't think he'll run in many races that aren't stakes.
I think they're going to be too scared to run him in the Breeders' Cup Classic. They're going to be too scared about it.
There's no way I'm picking this horse in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Will he run the
but
Travers? Are they too scared to run him in the Travers? Put him in the Travers.
I don't know. They're
Run the
too scared
Breeders'
to
Cup
run him in the Preakness, so I don't know what they're going to be too scared to run him in.
He's going to get dominated he's going to get dominated in this race. They're going to see his value start to go down because he sucks. And they're like, you know what? He's a Derby winner. Before we can get beat anymore, let's go put him to stud so we can capitalize on his most
And that
money.
could happen. And that could happen. And
that's
if he
what's
doesn't
gonna
race
happen.
as a 4-year-old, to
What's
me,
gonna
that's
happen.
the only way he doesn't ever win again. If he races a 4-year-old, this horse will win again.
No, he won't.
He's just too talented of a horse.
What talent? What are you looking at?
It needs a perfect.
He won
track.
because Oselli screwed everything up.
Well, he's won 3 times in his life, and Oselli hasn't been in all those races.
What's his biggest race before the Derby that he won?
Little Conte
The who?
at Fairgrounds? It's
The
grade
what?
3. It's grade
The
3.
what?
LeConte.
The LeConte?
It's a grade 3 race. It's a Derby trail. Like,
Did
you're
you
on
even
the Derby
pronounce that
trail.
correctly? Did you pronounce that correctly?
A grade 3 wasn't the stakes race from what horse in the Preakness a grade 3 too? What was that stakes you were talking about,
Nick.
Neil?
Taj Mahal? Yeah, but he
Nick.
never left his home track.
Nick, this horse is not good. He's like the Rich Strike. He just struck gold one time.
This
He's
horse
a one-hit
is
wonder.
better than Rich Strike.
He is better than Rich Strike, but he's a
Like,
one-hit wonder.
stop. Like,
He's a one-hit wonder. He's got no chance in this race. Absolutely zero
I
chance.
don't think he has a chance in this race. That's not what I'm arguing. I think we are saying that this horse sucks when he doesn't really suck, and he's better than Grothe, who you said has
You
a
don't
chance.
know that.
I think nobody knows anything. We only have opinions right now. See, this is another reason why I think the draft would have been kind of cool to see who takes Golden Tempo, because 6 horses out of 9 he has to get
Well,
taken.
if you would have picked him in the first round with
I wouldn't pick him in the first round.
You're in love with Golden Tempo.
But somebody would have had to take him. Who would have taken?
All right, if I had to pick where I would put Golden Tempo in this race, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd be my 6th choice. 6th.
I think he'd be my 5th. I think he'd be my 5th.
But you're not tossing him.
Yeah, I did say toss.
Did he say toss? I didn't hear him say
Yeah.
toss. Did you say toss, Matt? He's over
Hey,
here
he said-
slurping it off, but he's
I
not
didn't
saying
slurp it
toss.
off.
He
I said we
toss.
are crushing this Derby winner too hard.
Well, when you finish 5th out of 9 horses, you suck. You suck. You're in the lower 50%. You're in the lower 50% of the horses in this race. So yeah, you suck.
There's good horses at the top of this race.
Honestly, Golden Tempo might be my 7th horse if I'm ranking 1 to 9. It's 6,
My God,
7.
just because
I'm
my
not saying
kids
it's
don't
a-
finish first in a swim meet and they finish 7th out of 9th, I'm be like, Harper, you didn't really swim that well. You're not very good at this. Although she did finish
This
first.
isn't a race. This is our
She
opinion.
did finish first twice.
We're not
yesterday.
going to the track and predicting what's 8-year-old's going to win the race. This is actual results. Like, this is opinion.
We're betting on 3-year-olds, not 8-year-olds, Nick.
Right.
Come on.
Who are the two you have below Golden Tempo if you're going 7?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Otinho and Vitruvian Man.
It's pretty obvious who they are.
I'm just making
Because
sure.
here's the thing, Nick. Growth Equity has a better chance of winning this race based how it's set up. Growth Equity is a stalker. That's what's going to win this race.
He's going to be up there. Yes.
Yeah, Deep Closer is not going to win this race.
I didn't have either one. I had both of them as tosses.
What, why are you John Kerry and flip-flopping here? Like, are you under the horse or are you out on the horse? Can we make a decision on what
There's
the hell
no
you're talking
John
about?
Kerry flip-flopping.
No, you
I
are.
just said
You
quit
are.
crushing the
You're like,
horse.
oh, this horse is so great. This horse is so great. This horse is so great. But he's not going to win. He's terrible. He's going to finish 7th out of 9th. He's 5th out of 9th. He's not even going to be in the upper half of this race. But you're saying he's so great. Then why aren't you putting him as a try contender?
Because he's not going to get the pace set up, and he's not going to finish in the
So he
try or
sucks.
the super.
If you finish 5th out of 9th, you suck.
But
You're
I
not
also
good.
don't think Growth Equity is going to get the lead, and because I think
Get out of here.
Power Shift is going to get it. So I'm
It
tossing
doesn't
that.
want the lead. It's a stalker. It wants to be right off the
It's
lead.
going to be right. There's too many horses that are better than that horse.
He's going to be
that
on
are
there.
going to finish over top of him.
So he sucked.
Yeah.
In a 9-horse race, if you finish 5th, you're not good.
I don't disagree with that. But I still think this horse is better than we're giving him credit for. It's not the biggest fluke in the history of Derby.
No,
not
but
in the
it's up
history.
there.
Not in the history.
It's up.
But it's top 10, top 8
Yeah.
In the history, in the 150 years?
in the history
Yeah.
of the Derby. Yes.
I think that's probably, I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I think that's probably stretching it.
It is because of how far back it was coming around the final turn.
It was a Wrist Strike-esque run. Wrist Strike was the same spot he was. It was a
Yes.
very Wrist Strike-esque run. He's a better horse than Wrist Strike, but it was the same kind of run.
Rich Strike at least was on the inside for the most part, saving ground. Like this horse
He
was,
went out. He went in. Wrist Strike was drunk.
but he
when
was
ran
he was
the
on
race.
the rail when he made his final move.
Right. So
But- Yeah.
it's even more improbable because of how
Or
far
the better horse.
Or there's only 9 horses in this race, and those horses that got bumped by Oselli,
Oselli.
where he screwed it up,
Oselli-
the Chief is going to be way better than he was. And then we got
It was a due and commandment. Oselli
Commandment's
literally
going to be way better than he was.
Yeah,
This guy's got
Oselli
no
literally took out
chance.
3 of the top 5 or 6 runners.
100%.
Literally took them out.
Otherwise, we're not even talking. This horse isn't even running in the Belmont if Oselli doesn't run. It's Oselli's fault. Oselli's fault. Oselli is damn horse. Kick it.
Why couldn't have Oselli bucked his jockey and then
They
been
shouldn't have
scrapped?
even been in the race.
He should. There are too many dang scratches. I do think Golden Tempo runs in this race, even if he doesn't win the Derby.
Sure.
So, I mean,
Sure. I don't know.
who cares?
All right, let's go to our win picks.
Are we going our tries or wins first?
Are we doing try or win pick first?
So we're just doing straight 3 for our tries?
Straight 3.
Oh, we're not boxing, or are we going like first, second, third? Wait, what are we doing? First, second, third?
Do you want to go straight?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Well, Nick, you're
Who
going
came?
last because you won.
Yeah, but
Let's go,
we
let
we
Matt
can.
Matt go first.
The try we can have
Oh, we
horses.
can. We can.
Yeah, the
So
win.
this will have our win pick in it too because you're going in order.
I might not be though.
All right, start us off.
I'm gonna do Chief Wallaby 1. I'm going to go Emerging Market 2 and Commandment 3.
Dill did not like that emerging market second pick. All right, go Neil.
I'm
How
gonna
are you
go.
not on like some horse racing like handicapping show full time with your knowledge?
Genius. I'm going Commandment. I think Commandment follows the pattern of beating Chief Wallaby as he has 2 other times. The Derby not his fault, so we can just throw the Derby out. Give me Commandment 1. Give me Wallaby 2, and I think Renegade comes late but doesn't quite get there. He's 3rd. So give me Commandment, Wallaby, Renegade.
Mine's very similar to yours, Neil. Commandment first, but I'm going emerging market 2,
My God.
and then Renegade 3.
What the hell do you all love about emerging? I don't understand.
Drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
A little bit, yeah. If you put a long shot in your tries or supers, who are you putting in?
Growth equity.
Or shift.
I'm on power shift too. He might
Probably.
not. He might not.
I just like you're just like growth equities, like you're just throwing them out like you have no idea about this horse.
I don't have no idea about anything. Like
True. That is
like
true.
about life in general, and then you're gonna tell me about horses?
Well,
And
we're not
I
asking
was
you
gonna
about girls. We're not asking you about girls. We're just asking you about
I'm saying
horses.
life in general, dude.
We know you don't have any answers about girls, but
Like,
horses, I thought maybe.
this stuff's hard.
Give